Welcome to Statesboro, Georgia, and what many refer to as the prettiest little stadium in America and home to the Georgia Southern Eagles. But trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another SEC rival, the Georgia Southern Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jeff. In the booth, guys, we are ready to tee it up, and the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Eagles offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, going up top. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, running back on the move. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week, it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really well and someone they can count on.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throwing right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have
nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Man, I tell you what, this guy's making a name for himself. 2 sacks last week. He's got 2 today already. He is terrorizing quarterbacks.
Quick handoff. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line, and the returner will be knocked down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive.
Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, no! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some...
He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagle!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down for this offense. He leaves it with his back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
21, Georgia Southern, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Delivers the contact. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Give to the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On second down, he'll let it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 72 yards, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass.
Georgia Southern, 14.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Eagles moving quickly to the line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The inside handoff. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit.
Touchdown, Seminoles! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They've got the lead. One in a hammerlock here in week 10. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Georgia Southern, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding, all right? This offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, no. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. To get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for a block. It's McCoy. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They go right back to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Coming after it. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as it sends it downfield. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Seminoles. Now, they told us they were going to run the trick play. I wasn't sure I believed them, but they dialed it up at the right time.
Well, I bet you believe them now. And the defense didn't believe it first. They thought it was a run. You could tell they suck up. The wide receiver looks like he's going to block. Slips right by the defensive backs. It ends up being a big play. Nice call, nice timing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Georgia Southern.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep plays.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got his man on the right. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The Noles will move the sticks.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice.
And he breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Ball. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on the first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for it all. Touchdown, Florida State. And the stomping has commenced.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Wants to throw on second down. Slide, unloads it downfield. Fires the pass, intercepted.
Make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. A first down run in the red zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal for this offense. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Georgia Southern, 14.
He'll start the return in, and the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Using his legs, it's ball. Touchdown, no! And the route is on.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
From the gun, the running back has it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got him in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's going to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
To back sacks. That's the way you respond defensively. Love it. Getting after the quarterback, even though this is running time, running situation on the field, this defense was not fooled. They were ready for the pass. They were studied up. 2 sacks in back-to-back plays.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dorsey. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Just steamrolling the defense. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Ball. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Right back to the well. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays.
Just plowing down the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
91, Georgia Southern, 17.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses.
And the ball, they get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
The return is brought down at the 39, and the Florida State offense will take
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a double.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive. Field and kind of push them by, and you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 2nd down coming up. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. On the move at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. When you